Welcome to Inspirational Transformational TV show. Amy Whitney here today with my very special guest, Liane Kinsman. Liane is a deep trance channeler. She's an astrologer, and she has one of the biggest hearts out of anyone I've ever met. Liane is highly sensitive. She picks up on, well, everything, and she shares today her journey into uncovering that no, she wasn't crazy, there wasn't something wrong with her, she was just very sensitive and on her way to developing her channeling skills. It's such a pleasure to know Liane and to know that everything she does from her heart, and she's always looking for ways to help those around her. Liane blesses us at the end of the interview where she actually does channel the essence, and stay tuned for that part of the interview because she has her director and her questioner, Bonnie and Erica, with her today, and they explain what channeling is, what their roles are, and it's a real educational segment to the interview, as well as the information that the essence shares today is something I think that each and every one of us would benefit from hearing. So sit back and enjoy the show. Liane Kinsman, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Amy. It's a pleasure to be here today with you. I feel honored that you've asked me to be here.
Thank you. That's really sweet. I like to start the interviews off with a little bit of background information so the audience can get to know you. And I was looking at your website, and I noticed that on there you describe your entire life journey as an empath. Now, for the audience who doesn't know what that word means, can you describe what that is and the experience of being a child as an empath?
What I had is extreme sensitivity, and I wasn't quite sure why I was different and why things seemed to bother me so much. I had, like, it's called clear feeling or clairsentience. And for instance, one day there was a dog on the side of the road that I wanted to help. He had been hit by a car, and as I got closer to him, I could feel as if I was the dog. Mm-hmm. And it became so intensified I had to walk away because I would normally faint. I would faint to shut myself down because I could not handle the energy of the intensity of feeling either another person that had cut themselves, and then I would try to hold myself back, but it would continually intensify, and the next thing I know I'd have fainted. And so it became, through my life, like something was wrong with me, because people would make fun of the fact that she fainted again. And at the age of, I think, about 28, 30, I went to a woman. She was a minister and also a medium. And the minute I walked in the room, she said to me, "Do you know you're clairsentient?" I didn't know what she was talking about. And so I wrote for my friend the notes because we couldn't get the recorder to work. And she said to me, "I want you to hold the pen." So I held the pen, and she said, "Tell me what you feel." I could feel her heart beating in the pen. So she had me touch other objects in the room. She said, "Tell me what you feel." And I could feel the vibration of the energy on the objects. And she said, "I want to tell you something." She said, "You have to protect yourself because you feel everything." And all the documents that I handle throughout the day, if somebody's upset or that, I didn't realize I was picking it all up. And that's why it was so difficult for me to be, sometimes with large groups of people, not knowing how to handle this energy.
So, before you understood that you were a clairsentient, how were you coping?
I was trying to, I had like anxiety.
Yes.
And not knowing really where that came from either. And I would literally, I would talk to myself and pray and ask for help because it was so hard.
I can imagine.
It was very hard, yeah. And you feel that something's wrong with you, actually.
So when you realized that you were clairsentient and it wasn't, I don't want to use the word disability, but it wasn't a disability, it was actually a gift. Is that when you started your path of studying
Yes.
as the seeker?
Yes, that's when I started taking courses, and I began in approximately 20 years ago, and went to different teachers. And as I explored these things, I realized that maybe I'm not so strange after all. So and that's been my journey to help people.
That's wonderful. And even today, after years of study, as you sit here, you still feel things very deeply, don't you?
I can feel you, in fact, yes. Yeah.
And so with your everyday life, is it difficult?
I think it's not as difficult when I began to meditate, because I think some of the barriers lifted.
Okay.
And knowing that I have stones on my desk that I've asked for guidance. I sometimes wear amulets to help me. And I ask for my angels and guides and the God force to help me. And I feel this helps me. And sometimes I just have to step away. I'll have to walk outside during a break or a lunch hour to just bring myself back down. I know it sounds peculiar, but...
No, it's one of my questions, actually, because I've heard, and I don't know if this is a true fact, but more and more people are being born sensitive, and parents of sensitive children don't know how to guide them.
Yes.
Having grown up as a sensitive or an empath, do you have any practical suggestions for these parents, or even for the children, for adults?
I think it would be best for a parent to try to work with the child and try to seek someone like myself that could explain to them that it is a gift. And it would be nice if a young child could learn to center themselves through some form of meditation to calm themselves, and even taking 3 really conscious deep breaths is in itself a form of meditation. And it's I do that myself many times. I'll just take a very deep cleansing breath, and this calms me, because the energy around me is intense.
Yes.
And at times it's so intense. If I'm even at a happy gathering, if I'm wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, I can just feel it. I can't even say it because it's so overwhelming, the feeling.
Amazing.
Sometimes it is. It's so amazing because it's so intensified.
Yeah. And so, if you chose to block it, would you lose your psychic skills?
I don't believe so. In fact, doing the work that I've done with Erica and Bonnie and also Dot, we've been working on this. It becomes stronger as you work with it, because you're directing the energy. So now I know that I can help people by directing the energy through channeling, and by how the energy also within the astrological world is there as well. And knowing that I can help people, it makes me feel good.
That's brilliant. So part of the things that you've studied, because I know you've been studying for years, you have... Would you say that you've increased your vibration to a level that you're able to channel? Is that how I would phrase it?
I believe that is true. I know at first, and my friends are witness to this, that the energy comes through sort of, because the spirits, when they first speak, they have to utilize me as a channel, and I have to tune into either whether I hear it to the vibration, or if I see it to try to tune it. It's more telepathic, I believe.
Okay.
And the feeling comes over me first. I feel it first. And I feel sometimes it's been so intense that I actually feel like the spirit, or even a living person for that matter. And the thing that I found most difficult in the beginning was I could not tell the difference between someone like yourself that's in a physical body or someone that is in a spirit body. To me, you're the same. And so I spoke to one of my teachers, Bishop Laguna, and I said, I need help. I can't tell if they're what you would term dead or alive. And I said, can you help me? And he said, Liane, just ask them, where are you? I thought, that's very good advice.
That's a beautiful statement. Now, because I don't experience life the way you experience it, I don't understand what you mean being able to tell if a spirit's alive or dead. So you can feel my spirit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So you are as alive to me when I'm in that state, or sometimes I'll walk by someone and I'll hear a name and I have to pursue it, and the person will say, but they're alive. I thought, okay. They'll say, what do they want? I say, I really don't know. I'll have to sit quietly, as if sort of in a somewhat of a meditative state. And then from there, I tap into that energy, and I see either a picture or hear things, and then I'll go back to the individual and tell them. And it's sometimes people are needing help, and I say, I don't know why this is coming to me, but I think that person needs help even though they're alive. And then things begin to transpire. And many times, or if I have a dream that's very clear, I know it's going to actually happen because it's like so exact. And it's so strong that it's imprinted in my head, I guess you could say. So I know this thing is very likely to transpire, like a premonition. So you to me are as alive as someone that you would term dead. And that's where I had a bit of difficulty at first.
It's difficult for me to
because
intellectualize.
Because you yourself are truly a spirit having a physical experience.
Yes, it makes so much sense. I haven't thought about it.
And I know people that I've worked with said, oh my gosh, is that ever cool? And it's because it is part of who you truly are, as a spirit first, incarnated in a physical body.
Do you have any thoughts about what happens when someone dies?
Okay, I've met spirits that have passed, and this is how it seems most of the time. They've told me they were on the astral plane, or they've said they're on, only once have I heard on a lower astral plane. And a lower astral plane, I believe there was obviously, I believe, different levels of planes. And this one individual spirit, who I didn't even know someone was going to ask about, had been murdered and was in an angered state to this time. Mm-hmm. And they said they were in a lower astral plane. This person was very angry, the spirit, this young woman. And in life, I don't think I would really like her as a person. Not that I should be judging, because I don't know her other than as a spirit. And then others said they're on an astral plane. But this one woman had passed, and I tapped into her. And it was like, they said that, one of them said to me there was like a retribution. And another one said they were like clearing. So I don't know if they're going through some sort of journey of what they have experienced in a form that I have to now review, because they've given me the term reviewing. They've told me there's retribution. And some of them are very upset of what they've done, because I had one spirit come to me one day at the office, and all of a sudden I felt this woman on me, and I said to my friend, I gave the name, she goes, oh my goodness, that's my sister-in-law, she just died not too long ago, I was just thinking about her. And I said, well, she feels manly, very manly, and this is how she walks. And I didn't even realize what was transpiring, so I went up to her desk, I said, oh my gosh, I said, she's really upset. And so I said, she was jealous of you, do you know? And I said, she spoke very nasty to you. And I hung over her, and I realized I was carrying this person with me. And I said, she is really sad. And I could feel the emotion of the spirit on me. And I began to cry. I said, she is very, very sorry. And then I sat with her later and went for a walk. And she said to tell her there's retribution. And she was with this gentleman in spirit. So I believe, from what I've experienced with spirits, is that you have to review and things that you've done, that there's retribution.
Interesting.
That's what I've experienced.
And does that tie into karma?
I believe it does. I believe it does. I believe that you get a reciprocal energy of what you put out. It comes back to you, yes.
Now, we're going to do a clip of you channeling the essence today, is that correct?
Yes.
That's wonderful. So I think it'll be great for the audience to experience that.
Mm-hmm.
I just have one little more question about that.
Mm-hmm.
When you first realized you were a channel, were you trying to be one, or did it just happen to you because you're so sensitive?
Okay, that's a good question, actually. I began meditating in a group, and as I would meditate, I felt a vibration as if they were going to speak through me. And I asked to raise my vibration. And I asked during meditation, would they please, if they had something that they needed to tell me or needed help, please use me to help. So I kept thinking during the meditation that I was going to float up in the air and fall on top of people. I had this fear that, because I could feel myself popping out, and then I felt this pressure on my lips as if I was going to speak. And then I met a gentleman, Cliff Preston, who became, who was a trance channel, him and his wife Linda, and they taught me to bring this energy forward.
And if you're a good person, like good in your heart, negative energies can't come through you?
Do you know what? That's a really good question as well. I don't want anything to do with negative energy. However, can negative energy be something that opens you up to awareness of what? So if you did not have a negative experience and everything was flowery, you might not have the growth for you, right? So I've gone through a difficult astrological aspect and even asked my teacher, why does it have to be so hard? Can't things just flow? In fact, I would not have the growth or have learned if I did not have it. I did not like it, but I grew from it.
I've heard people say that, I don't know if this is the right terminology, more advanced souls are given more to deal with because that's the sort of level they need to be learning lessons at. Do you resonate with that? I feel sometimes that I've been tread upon. And I'm not an aggressive person. I'm a strong individual. Physically, sometimes, emotionally, obviously, I'm not very stable sometimes because I oversensitize. But I feel that sometimes I'm being bombarded at this particular time. But I know my heart's in the right place. So I think if I walk with my heart, it's good. And you're speaking about being bombarded at the moment. What are your thoughts about the earth shift, the ending of a cycle? Do you feel a massive global shift happening right now? I feel that there's a heightened awareness coming because the subjects that you see on books today, and that people would even listen to us speaking about astrology, because when I first began, people mocked me. Now there's an interest. There are television programs that you would not see many years ago on being televised because it was something that was not acceptable. And I believe there is. And there are people more open, or there are people very curious. So, yeah, I believe that things are rising. You can actually feel it. Like I think you can feel the stimulus of that. I would agree. Yeah. You've mentioned astrology a few times. Let's move into astrology. Now, you were kind enough to do my natal chart. Yes, I was. Thank you so much. Oh, you're very welcome. It's a different language to me. I don't even know the questions to ask because it's so foreign to me, like talking about transits, things like that. So I'm wondering if in today's interview I can hand the topic astrology over to you. Okay. You can share something interesting or talk about your passion. Anything you want to share about astrology that comes forth would be fabulous. Okay. 15 years ago, I was studying accounting, which wasn't really my forte, so I seen a course in astrology and I thought, I would love to take this. So I
took a basic 10-week course, and it wasn't enough. So I called and asked if there were other astrologers I could meet, because I had a real interest in learning more. And I happened to go to St. Catherine's and met a group of astrologers and wanted to find a teacher. Well, I found a teacher, .fig, but we needed students. So I thought, okay, if there's a will, there's a way. So I happened to take a course, and I met a couple of the students that I had taken the course at the college. And I said, would you like to learn more? And my friend George said, yes, I would. I said, okay, 2 students. And then I happened to meet the people at this meeting and said, would you ladies like to learn more? And they did, and we formed a class, and the class has been ongoing. It's in its 15th year.
Wow.
Yeah, and as many, as one of the young women in the class, or the woman in the class, says to her aunt, have you not finished it yet? as if we have a mental incapacity or something. And it's that there's so much to learn. And Dot studied for 40 years. So to try to come to her level would be quite a challenge.
What a gift to have a teacher for that many consistent
years.
Yes.
It's, who's willing to keep the class.
Yes. Awesome. Now, you mentioned that you had something about a Mars.
Yes, okay.
And I don't know what that means,
okay.
so I'm going to hand that to you as well.
Okay, so on November 12th of 2011 until July 3rd of 2012, the planet Mars is going to be going into the sign of Virgo. Mm-hmm. Normally it would remain in the sign for approximately 6-week period, but being that the planet is going what you would term retrograde, it's an illusory thing that it appears to be going backward, it will remain in that sign for an 8-month period, which will intensify the Mars energy to those that are Virgos, because Mars is energy and stimulation. And or it will be in the placement of your chart where the Virgo is, and yours happens to be in the 8th house.
What's the 8th house?
The 8th house is an outer area where it would be to do with transformation. Okay. It's also can be that to do with shared finances. Okay. With you and your significant other. It can also be that someone can leave. Okay, it's a transformational house.
Ooh.
Okay, so it will be...
So that means big changes, but kind of through conflict?
It will begin in your 7th house, which is your actual relationship. But will be there for a short period of time. It will mostly be in what they would refer to as the 8th house, which is just a segment.
Okay.
Of your chart is actually an actual angle.
Okay.
So what you would say is it activates things, and Mars is energy, and being in Virgo, it's analytical and meticulous detail. So that energy in your, say that you're doing something financially, is that you will be exerting a lot of energy in that particular area, and to just be meticulous detail, that the Virgo that will be enhanced, I guess you could say.
So for some reason, every time I hear people speak about Mars, I feel like there's a negative, especially retrograde, like a negative connotation.
No, that's not true.
So that's not true. See,
no,
I think,
and some people are born with their Mars in a retrograde, so maybe the reverse could be true.
Right.
And I don't believe anything's negative or positive. I believe it's more how you yourself handle it. And if we didn't have things that brought the rock in the road, to know that there's another path you can go upon. And sometimes, as difficult as it seems, like Dot will say, Liane, you may not know today, you'll definitely know tomorrow.
That's a nice way to look at it.
Like what it is that is occurring, and that you yourself have, like what you call the ascendants, their horizon sign, you have it in Capricorn. So I also have 3 planets in Capricorn, so I know what the Capricorn energy feels like. And for you, you are this serious, detailed person, and then having the Aquarian sun, that this type of work that you're doing fits into that realm as well.
Knowing me the few times we've met and seeing my chart, is it like, and do I...
Yes, it speaks to you.
Does it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does, because you can, and you have planets similar to myself. Your sun sign is the same as mine, the Aquarian sun. So you get to know people through your own chart or watching, and the transits are simply the motion, like your natal chart, and the motion of the planets coming into aspect within a degree of touching your sun or activating the planets by angles.
What's been your biggest inspiration through all of this?
My biggest inspiration is that people have told me that I've helped them.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And your final words of wisdom today?
Follow your heart, and to know that if you have an intuitive feeling, is to please go with it. Because if you do not listen to you, no one can tell you better than yourself what is right for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Liane, thank you so much for joining us for the second part of the interview. Now, obviously you brought with you two colleagues. So what I'm going to do is hand this session over to the professionals on the couch there. You're going to channel the essence. If you can just introduce the ladies you're with, and it's over to you. Enjoy.
Thank you. This is Bonnie, and Bonnie is my director. And Bonnie directs the energy that comes through me. And we have Erica here also, Erica Killian. Sorry, it's Bonnie Foster. And Erica is the questioner who has studied for many years the esoteric arts. And today she's going to be asking questions that we believe people are seeking to guide them. So Bonnie will be directing the energy, and her job is to watch my physical body and to get the best session that she possibly can for the questioner, that they're satisfied, and that is her job. I can pass it over to you if you like.
Thank you, Liane. As a director, I will also, part of what I do is to physically make sure nothing is touching her. I would be like her suit of armor to take care of her on more than one level. I use my energy to protect her while she is in a trance. So when she's going under, sometimes what I do is I send my energy, I ground myself, and then I surround us with a white light. And then I do, if I can see a question that could enhance, then I will also ask for clarification.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm Erica. I ask questions because we're in this shift now, as you were referring to earlier, Amy, that shift that we're in. We're coming to the end of a cycle, and we're coming to the beginning of a new cycle. There are a lot of things happening on the earth that have never happened before, or that at least we don't remember. And so what we want to do is to try to find out, how can we deal with all the things that are happening? How can we best get through this? So these are the type of questions we're asking.
Now, we were chatting off camera, Erica, and you mentioned that it might be a good idea to share with the audience what Liane means when she says we, when she speaks about the essence.
The essence is a group of entities. The last time we asked, they indicated there were 1 million. So we are talking about a group consciousness rather than one individual. However, an individual will come forth that is within that group consciousness and speak, but they will still hold the group consciousness, and they will speak through that individual.
Amazing. And the process that you're going to show today is what you would do, for instance, if someone asked Liane to come to the house or to come to their workplace, etc. This is the standard protocol? Is this what we're watching?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to add before we begin the session?
When I do go into trance, it takes me a couple of minutes, and Bonnie will watch me get to that state. And when she sees that I'm in that place, she'll ask me to clarify that I'm in that space. So it will take me a couple of minutes.
You will notice her breathing change. Her posture sometimes changes. Her hands will come up. And you will see physical changes as she goes down, as she goes into trance. And please not be scared by it. And you may find too that if there is a very strong point that the group wants to make, her voice may come out and you may feel like you're being yelled at. That's not the case. The case is they want to, it's a very emphatic point that they're trying to make. So you will see physical changes and you will hear voice changes.
Beautiful.
Good morning, Essence.
Guten Tag.
Is all well with the form of Liane today?
We are that of splendid.
Excellent. Today we are here, as we discussed with you the other night at Erica's, in regards to questions and upcoming events in our timeline, physical and energetic events. And if we could begin the questioning, and Erica has questions that if she could get more clarification on.
You may move, Frau.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Essence. I would like to ask today about the upcoming energy, I believe it's a vortex or a portal, called the 11-11-11. Could you explain that to us, please, what exactly that is about?
We are hearing that it is a cyclical, vibratory shifting of the pulsation of that of the energies that are of transformative in that of this universal realm. It is a vibratory frequency which you would refer to as an enhancement in that of humankind. It is vibrational and energetic force, so to speak.
You're saying an enhancement of humankind. Can you elaborate on that, please?
We are hearing that it is in that of the realm of the depths of the DNA structure that is being, what do we call? It is like a spiraling vibration in that beginning in the core of that of the Earth's, the inner Earth.
So are we, is there an effect on our personal DNAs? Is there a...
It is like a seeding that has been planted.
And
it is now beginning to sprout and branch out through that of the atmospheric resonance.
Could we say that there is again, a lessening of duality taking place here at this time?
We are hearing it is that of perpetuation, of unification, of energetic force. It is like that of propulsion, a heightened propulsion. It is a surgence we are feeling. It is like a unified vibration that we are feeling. It is literally one that can be felt. It is like that of an electrical surgence.
It has been referred to as the love vibration.
This is the only energy that truly exists among us. We must be of awareness that you came into this incarnation as that of a vibration of the love force, as that is that of creation comes from this source of energy. Vibration, it is a vibration.
When we spoke to you a couple of nights ago, you indicated a split when this energy comes through.
It is like a segregation.
Yes. Can you explain?
There's like there's divisible. We see in our mind's eye as if there are those that are facing fro, and there are others. There's like greater light to the one sphere here we see. It is like, it literally looks like an energetic linear vibration. It is central. But there are some that walk away. However, as the vibration heightens, the ones that turn their back, we see them turning in that of curiosity and that of wonderment. They will feel the stimulation, not knowing what this vibration is that is running through that of their physicality.
So is there a way that we can help them to understand what this is?
By the verbation of allowing this to be reiterated in a repetitious manner until the vibration heightens. It is like a force of magnetic energy. They will be pulled across this divisible plane, and they will come aboard. It may take time.
In the timeline that you speak of, is the timeline that we are working with at this present time, linear time, is it, are we talking years?
In what regard?
With regards to the energy moving forward and being able to assist the people that are stopping and turning around?
We're hearing the number 10, that it will become, we're hearing the word explosive. It will begin to have more of an explosive propulsion in that of the 10th year fro. This is what we are hearing. It will begin to, it is like we are viewing, as if there is a gush and a propulsion of energetic force that will literally be that of spewing from that of this core, of the central part of this universal realm. The energy is heightening as we see. It appears to be emulsifying.
What do you mean by emulsifying?
Coming together.
Thank
And that we would call it, we would refer to it as a melting pot. It is like this. It is rising. It is rising. It becomes spewing. We see the spewing of this energetic force. It is like appears as a red rainfall that come upon that. It is merely a source of energy.
Is it like the Kundalini rising?
It is greater than such, as it comes from the depths of the earth's core, from that of the universal realm. It literally is spewing outward. It is the greatest surge you will yet to experience.
And this will trigger a lot of other things going on. Is that correct?
We're seeing, it appears to us like an electrical vibration. It extends itself beyond the place in which we presently inhabit. It is like we see as if things will become, it appears as if they become more condensed, more of, you will be able to view this other energy about you. You will see that it is more of a transparency.
Essence, could you please stretch the form of Liane? Thank you.
Would it be a positive venture to get together in groups on this day and welcome this energy?
With pureness of intention, the vibration will move pro, yes.
Thank you. Is there anything that we can do on an individual basis to assist?
Be of knowing it is of trueness. Do not doubt. Feel it in the depths of your soul, as this is part of the vibration.
Thank you, Essence.
Now maybe we can move on to the next item that I have here, and that is the new moon of the first new moon of 2012, January 23rd. My understanding is that there is something coming forth called the 12th wave. Could you comment on that for us, please?
We're hearing. It is like the wave is that of emoting with the greatest strength. It is like that there may be those that are shedding things away from themselves, as if they are like that of a reptilian, that they literally shed that of the skin. There may be, what do we call, heightened emotion in that of the vibration at this time. We feel it would be like a shedding, a clearing, a washing away is what we are hearing.
So it's kind of an adjunct to the 11-11-11 coming a few months later.
We're hearing it is like an added surplus, so to speak.
Okay. Thank you.
No, what I would like to, for personal clarification on that point, will everyone be affected in a positive way, or our choices?
You may feel it firstly as negatory, as it may be that of shedding and exposing the trueness of yourself, as if you, excuse the expression, feel as if you are truly naked.
Okay.
To be that wonderment of the newness that you have now brought fro. It may feel firstly like that of exposing the self. However, you are coming in nearness to how you truly are as self.
During this time, do you find that the human race will be making choices as to whether to stay in the physical and continue with the movement forward, or choosing to cross over and then coming back at a later time?
We're hearing that it is always that of singular choice. If you wish to walk this path and journey fro, or if you wish to journey on into that of the realm of spirit, it is that of choice of self. If those feel of overexposure, they may feel the light is too penetrable upon their new, what do we call, their new self, so to speak. It may be true, difficult for them to be in this transformative state, and they wish to move fro in that of spirit that is merely singular choice.
But we also have choice to move to another
Vibration level.
another level, rather than go back to source. Is that correct? There is a choice.
This is correct.
Okay. Would be a three-dimensional.
There's a
place?
shift. There is a shift in vibration of the dimension. It is like we're hearing. It is like a condensing. It will appear in trueness that it is closer to self, as in trueness it is beside self. It is merely that of perception. You are never in that of singularity. You are in that of a vibratory vibration of all that is, all that has been, all that ever will be. It is cyclical in vibration. It is merely your perception at this time that is that of illusory.
During this phase, maybe further on, will we become more aware of...
You will know it all.
Thank you. know-it-all in the sense of...
It will not be hidden. It can no longer be hidden. We are seeing the eyes are upon you. As when you are that of awakened, the mind, the sensory perception is heightened. There will no longer be things of hidden truths, as you will be in full exposure. You must walk your walk, as it will be known. You must be of clear mind, as your mind is open to all. All is open, the vibration is heightened. You will see the emanation of others as you never have before. You will be in realization that you are the other. You are all. You are not singular, never have been, and never will be.
So all the things that are going on the earth at this time, we will be made aware of what is actually going on, or what has been going on.
In what respect?
In the sense of government.
They will be exposed for their true self. Yes, this is correct.
That will be wonderful.
Yes, most definitely.
It'll be about time. On a physical level, I wanted to ask the question, with these vibratory changes, what kind of physical, I want to say, effects will people be experiencing during this vibratory change?
We firstly feel that you may not truly feel like you are that of self. You may see yourself almost in that of a twinning. You may begin to feel and see glimpses of that, of the trueness of self. You will see the magnificence of who you are. They may begin slightly as glimpses. You may also feel that there is something within here, the head. There may even be pangs in this region as the stimulus connects to that of self. We also sense that you may be walking and suddenly have a connectivity where you feel that you are not truly in that of the physical realm, as in trueness you are not.
Are there changes to our DNA? Don't there have to be changes there before all of this happens?
The seed has been planted. It is here, yes. It has begun. It is sprouting, yes, this is correct.
In regards to the people...
The strands, it is like the strands are extending. We see it.
Yes, you can.
Earlier on, we were talking about children who are coming through at this time, who are different from us, because they already have those changes when they come in. Is that correct?
Yes, this is correct.
And maybe we can ask you, how can we deal with these children? Because they are so very different.
It is more, how do they deal with you?
That's true. It is. Okay, are these those referred to the indigo or crystal children, crystalline children?
That is a physical term.
Yes, I know. Mm-hmm. Can you give us some more information on these young ones?
We are viewing. It appears to be some form of siliconic vibration as energy that is above them. They vibrate to this at a higher, what do we call, octave. It is like, we feel that they come from a different planetary realm. And they are like, what do we call? We are seeking. They are guiding.
And the young people are going to be our teachers.
This is correct.
In regards to, you talk about vibratory tone and sound in regards to change. Is there a music that exists in this realm at this time that would assist us when we are working with the children, or assist the children when they are working with us.
We are hearing at present, it is beyond that of their capacity at this time to come into this tonal vibration. However, it is within that of the surround, and as the vibration heightens, the sensory perception will be that of increased. You may not be in complete awareness of such.
Can we ask for ourselves to help us with regards to music? There is an artist out of Montreal called Robert Coxon who has made some beautiful music, and people have responded to it, and apparently there have been some healings that have taken place with regards to this music. Can you add something to this? Would this be of great benefit to us all?
We are hearing that it is of great importance, firstly, to silence the mind. If this vibration in the tonal sense and the octaves are in resonance to that of self, and feel that the stimulus allows self to step away from that of this core in which you believe is true self, which the true self is within, not in the mental sphere. We feel it will allow for the perpetuation of this vibration to emanate from self. The greater the one steps from that of the source of chatter, the heightened vibration can come fro as a true self, as you will no longer be that in a term or form of judgmental behavior.
Essence, could you please stretch the form of Liane, please? And her toes and her back. Thank you very much. In regards to being quiet and opening...
Stillness and stillness.
In stillness, yes. When we find ourselves at that point of stillness, is that why more of us are hearing music even though the
It is, what do we call, in that of mathematical harmonics. The entire universal realm is that of mathematical harmonics of perfection. This resonates for the trueness of self, as everything perpetuates itself in this harmonic sphere.
So as we become still, we are hearing this more and more as our vibration raises. Am I correct when I say that?
It is a form of allowing the resonance to encompass that of self.
Thank you.
It is a term of allowing. You are not your mind.
This is true. We are not our mind.
Do you have anything else to tell us with regards to the conversation we've had?
In what respect?
For helpfulness, for us poor beings here who...
You are not poor. You chose this path.
Yes, we did choose.
I'm sorry for my...
You would never need to be that sorry. It is not coincidental.
It is not coincidental.
You journey this path as it was a desirous intent that you propulsed yourself into this physical realm of present incarnation.
Well, all the people that are here at this time, generally speaking, have been waiting for this time to be here.
This is the correct. You are the leader of the band. This is correct.
Oh.
You are not led, you are leading.
We are leading.
Yeah.
On a human level, a lot of us are going, and what gives us the skill to...
Because you are greater than the singular form that you presently inhabit. And you will come to this realization that you are a vibration of all that is.
And
things will begin to vibrate in a sense that you have never truly seen before. It will be like the grandest moment that you have experienced in this physical realm.
And part of our leading is we learning to vibrate with each other as a group.
You are the other.
Yes, we are. As a group and working together.
You are the group.
Yes, thank you. You need that. Sometimes you need that three-dimensional clarification.
And we are also that interconnected with the earth, with Gaia. We have
You
to
are
mention.
not unconnected.
Yes.
You are connected to
Yes.
all. You never have not been. Whether in that a form of spirit or whether in that of the physical realm, it is an interconnectivity beyond your present perception.
And our perceptions are enhancing as we go.
Your perception at present is that in the physical realm.
Mm-hmm.
That is far beyond such.
Yes. With your continued assistance, we shall reach our goal.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
It is growth for us as much as for thee.
Thank you, Essence.
You are most welcome.
Were we going to, the linear time? Essence wanted to let us,
Yes. The other night you mentioned something about linear time, the literal and cyclical healing of sound vibration. Did we go over that? Can we talk about that?
You can go whatever you like.
Yes, we would like that very much, Essence. Just a last little thing here.
In regards to which, firstly?
Let's go with the linear time then.
We're viewing it as not in this form as linear. And it appears to us as if it is a cyclical vibration of energetic propulsion that is continually vibrating. There are bands in this that appear to be to us as if it is showing us there's brighter light at some points where there are, what do we call, a heightening of vibration, and then it appears at times to be that of dimming. We feel we are coming to that of a, what do we call, a horizon point in which the darkness is beginning to brighten. And that is a continual vibration of an electromagnetic force, which is not truly that of time. We feel that it goes beyond the ethers. It has depths beyond our present conceptualization in that of the physical realm.
But isn't linear time basically, it's just for the third dimensional?
This is correct.
And so eventually we won't have that. Is this
We are hearing it will begin to dissipate. As at present, there is so much scattering of this energy, we feel that there is confusion amongst us. It is like we are ants moving so quickly, we are not certain where we are truly going. It has become almost like a hectic vibration as it seems to be speeding up to us.
is that why people are, so to speak, they say, I've lost a day, I don't know where it went, I don't remember it?
Because truly it is not there.
So they've gone through and the concept just is no longer there for them. I understand that. I believe we've all experienced that at some point or another. It's like, okay, I lost 3 hours, where did it go?
Is there any more that you'd like to add to this, Essence?
We're hearing just to allow the energy to flow, as it will be with ease if you are in allowing. No, there may be what we would refer to as like a roadblock or a stoppage point, or you may even feel it is too internalized. We keep seeing, it appears to us like a purple wave of energy that is flowing. It is not that. It almost appears gaseous to us. And we're hearing just to allow the perpetuation.
Would this be related to the violet flame?
It appears to be a gaseous material. It is flowing before us. You may call it such.
In regards to linear time, how does that work with the space-time continuum? Are they the different words for the same concept?
We are not understanding.
And from the three-dimensional, everything is space, everything is time, and
it is the creation that you have propulsed for thee. It is merely that of your present dimensional perception. You have created this. You must be of understanding. You are that of the Creator.
yes.
Thank you. We have to be reminded now and again.
Yes. And we are learning to think outside the box. We have put ourselves inside a box.
That is your choice.
Yes, these are the limits. And
You are not limited. You speak in wrong tongue.
yes,
You are limitless. There is no limitation, only that which you place upon that of self. It is merely choice that is made by that of self. You do not see yourself as a truly magnificent being that you are that of emanating this vibration for the propulsion of the wave of creation of all that is. As the space becomes created within the realm, it is that of creation for that of the entire realm of this entire sphere.
But we will become more aware of that
We feel the condensing. Yes, this is correct.
as these energies come through.
This is correct.
Essence, would you please stretch the form of Liane and her shoulders and her feet? Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. For the people out there that are listening and watching this today, we really do appreciate it.
Yes,
What else?
we do. No, I think that's it for the time being. Perhaps another time.
Absolutely.
We could
Thank
do
you.
some more enlightening.
Yes.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Bonnie.
Okay.
Thank you to the Essence,
Yes.
of course.
Thank you, Essence.
You're most welcome.
Thank you, Essence, and we very much appreciate you joining us today in our three-dimensional box. And when you're ready, could you please release the form of Liane? Thank you. How are you? Good. Do you need to ground?
Liane, thank you so much for your time today, for sharing your story, and most importantly, I think I want to thank you for your intention to always be helping others. Having met you a few times besides the interview day, I know that you operate from a place of love and care and concern, and knowing that that's where you come from, hats off to you. It's a real pleasure to meet someone with such a generous nature, such a caring heart. It's a gift to the world. So much love to you on your journey, and many blessings to you, and of course a special thanks as well to Bonnie and to Erica, who of course without them the channel session wouldn't have happened. So to the three of you, much love and many blessings.